Hi, I'm Galen McCown of Galen's Games, and we're going to be doing an unboxing of That's in Order and its expansion, That's in Order, the General's Toolkit today. So these are mint-in games. These are prototypes that I primarily assembled at the Game Crafter, not the final manufactured versions. We'll talk a little bit about what the differences will be as I do the unboxing. But this is part of my Series 2 of mint-in games that are coming to Kickstarter on March 24th. And these are all 1 to 2 player games. So let's start with the base game here. So this is That's in Order. This is designed by Ryan Schromek and Jonathan Carnell of Crossbow Games, if you're familiar with those guys. And this is a really cool 2-player war game with a solo mode as well. So you got the art. All the art is by Jonathan Carnell in the back there. All right, let's pop it open. Final versions will have hinged lids, so it won't be that difficult to do like this. Okay, so we got some bits on the top. We'll go ahead and, dump those out so that we can talk about them in a bit. I got to give credit to my daughter who helped me do all the punch outs for this and assemble these because there's 9 of these guys that are going to be traveling around for previews. Okay, so you got your first player marker, which I think is kind of fun because you're tossing a grenade back and forth, right? You've got each person has 7 different meeples. You got a variety of tokens here that are all going to be done on this little cardboard. So you have these various landmarks that you can use to do different things. So these are towers. They extend your attack if you're in that space. On the opposite side of these, they're marked A or B, and that's for use with a solo mode. So like a lot of things in these games, a lot of dual use stuff, right? So tower, we got flags, we've got neutral flag, we've got mine tunnels, travel from one to another, etc. And then our That's in Order tokens for each player. Okay, so that's the bits and bobs stuff. So these are the terrain cards. These are all dual-sided. On one side you always got a field, which is like the easiest to move through, and then the other side you either have mountains or forests, right? So that's what these are for, and you can make a variety of maps with these. There's some suggested ones in there. This is really meant to be kind of a sandboxy game. Lots of different ways to set up and play this. All right, we've got our rule book, which, because I made it at the Game Crafter, is cardstock. Everything does fit in there. The final one will be paper thinner. Make sure it's easier to fit everything in there. But yeah, you got your rule book here. That includes all the modes and how to play solo as well. All right, and then let's see what else we got in here. Oh, a couple chips that stuck in there. There's a village one and another mine. Okay, and then you've got your cards. So each player gets a series of command cards. That's in order: attack, at ease, move, and deploy, and then doubles of the move, deploy, and attack. Right. So that's for red. You got the same thing for blue. Also, for the solo mode, blues include little special things that they do that kind of tells you, which route the enemy is going to take when they take their actions. You got your solo card that you can play on 2 different difficulty settings, and then you have 3 different solo opponents to play against included. So yeah, that's what's in That's in Order. I'm going to clear it over, and I'm going to show you the expansion for it. So it's the base game, lots of fun there. But we also have ready to go an expansion for it. This is called That's in Order, the General's Toolkit. And this is going to add a bunch of stuff to play with. And I'll kind of show you what those things are. So, more bits. So, let's see. So one of the things the game adds are special units. So for the prototype, these are going to be little discs. They'll show you what they are. And so, normally soldiers just do what soldiers do in this game, which is, they can move, they can attack, they can deploy. These guys all get special powers, right? So, this guy over here, he can only be attacked when you're on the same space with him. You can't attack from space away, which is the normal bombard action, and this guy can carry other troops with him, etc. So, these are discs in this version. They will be custom meeples in the final version, right? So we got a bunch of those. We got blue and red activation tokens, which I'll talk about in just a minute. And we've got new types of terrain, and there's a cheat card for how all of those work. So yeah, lots of extra stuff there. Get all those out. Yeah, bridges and and bunkers and caches and yeah, all sorts of stuff. There's a paratrooper. Okay. We have new terrain cards. So like the other ones, more fields if you want, but now on the other sides we have marshes. Now we have marshes, which a lot of these just change the way movement works. So, marshes, you can't end your turn in a marsh. So you have to march through it. We've got, those are all still marsh. Oh, we've got deserts. You have to end your movement in the desert when you step into it, even if you have more movement points, that one has to stop for that turn. And we've got lakes, which are just create impassable terrain. So lots more options with the terrain, and obviously together with the first one, you can build much bigger maps. And then let's see what else we got here. We got the rule book. This one apparently broke a little bit, but again, these will be paper in the final version as opposed to this cardstock. But yeah, you got your rules, so that's there. We have tactics cards. These add each player picks one of these in the beginning. During gameplay, as you play your at ease cards, you start collecting these. Once you have 2, you can spend them to do extra powerful abilities, like switching around your opponent's cards, laying down all the units, forcing them to use a movement point to stand up, etc. So some really cool options there that add to it. You got your cheat card that reminds you what the different special units do in the game. You got your terrain card that reminds you what the new terrain does, and I think, and the new landmarks. So, that's an order generalist toolkit. Thanks.